Students, today we'll start with aggregate functions. You had an introduction of aggregate function in class 11th also, so we continue with that. I'll be explaining you in complete. So as we have done the single row function, and single row functions operated on each and every value of the column separately and gave one value corresponding to each value on which it executed. If it had 10 values, a column had 10 values, the single row function gave you 10 values, but that is not in case of aggregate function. Let us see how it works. Aggregate function works on multiple values. Aggregate function works on multiple values or a group of values together and result into one aggregated value. So it's not like that if you have 10 values, then it will execute on these 10 values together and give you one single value as a result. So that is why these functions are also known as multiple row functions, as these operate on multiple rows together or multiple values together, or group function. Why group function? Because they execute on group of values. And why these are known as aggregate function? Because they give aggregate value as a result. After executing on multiple values together, they give one single value as a result. For example, max, min, average, sum, count. As the name only suggests, max. So whatever column you pass as parameter to this max function, it will execute on all the values in that columns. If you have 10 values in that column, so it will execute on those 10 values, group of values, multiple values, and give you one maximum value out of those 10 values. So that means it gives you one aggregated value. Execute on multiple values and in return give you one single value, aggregated value. Min function returns minimum value, average of the values, sum of the values, as it is very much clear from the names of the function itself. None of the aggregate function takes null values into consideration. None of the aggregate, this is very important step. None of the aggregate functions take null value into consideration. Now let us consider minimum. If you have null value, I want to see the minimum salary in the minimum salary in the employee table. So there are 100 employees, out of which 10 employees have not been assigned any salary yet. So if it will consider null into consideration, so what will happen? Null, it will give you minimum as null. And if you say sum, what will happen? Null plus, if you add null, 10 plus null, what will be the result? 10 plus null will give you null only. So any arithmetic operation non-null makes it null. So when you find sum of all the values in the salary column, what will happen if one of the salary is null? It will make whole calculation null. So that is why none of the aggregate function takes null into consideration. This will be more clear when we'll do some example when we progress with this lesson. So null is simply ignored by aggregate function. I hope it is clear up till here to you. So aggregate functions take multiple values, group of values, and result into one aggregated value. Now let us do the first function in this is max. Let us do some special characteristics of the max function. The max function is used to find the highest value of any column, highest, maximum value of any column. Column you will pass as parameter here. You will write the name of the column in the brackets. So it takes a column as parameter, column name as parameter, and any expression based on a column. So what do you mean by this? Any expression like column name plus 10, column name plus 20. So any expression involving a column. This will be more clear when we'll do example. So let us see. Max take one argument. So there will be only one argument as parameter to this. There will be only one argument, which can be a column name or a valid expression involving column, used with column that store any data type to return maximum value. Now what do you mean by any data type? It can operate on string values also. So what will it do when it considered the string value? Or date values also. Not only the numeric value, numeric value, it is simple, maximum salary, maximum age, maximum cost, whatever. So numeric value is very much clear. But when you talk about any data type, so maximum date. So what will happen? Whatever date is there in the column, 10 dates are there, higher date, date of birth. So what is the maximum date of birth? It will return that. Or in case of string, alphabetical order, maximum, that means in alphabetical order, maximum means highest. A, B, C, D, E, F, A to Z you talk about. Z is maximum, A is minimum. So in the dictionary sense, it will give you the maximum value. I hope it is clear. When you arrange the data alphabetically, it will give you the maximum value if you pass a string column as parameter, a column with the string data type as parameter. So max function is used for numeric data type also and string and date data type also. So I hope it is clear. Now coming to the next, that is min function. Now what is min? As it was max, it is same. It gives you the min function gives you the lowest value. Max function gives you the maximum value, and this gives you the lowest value of any column or any expression involving a column. So min takes one argument. In the same way, the min function also takes one argument as parameter, only one value as parameter, one column name. So it can also work on any data type. Minimum date, matlab you can pass a column which is having date data type or string data type like name, date, date of birth, date of joining. So it will give you minimum value out of that. I hope minimum function is clear to you. Now let us see the next. We'll be doing all the queries based on this shoes table, in which code, name, type, size, cost, margin, quantity. These are the columns. So all the examples will be based on this shoes table. Cost is having cost of all the shoes, names of all the shoes, types of all the shoes, quantity, margin. Margin is in percentage. Margin is in percentage. Now let us see simple examples in which min and max function are involving only columns, referring columns. That means in this, column name is passed as parameter to this. We are considering cost and type columns in this example. Find the highest cost of any type of shoe. So let us see how this query will be written. Select max cost. So what column name you have given? Max cost, because highest cost you had to find. So we have passed this cost as argument or parameter from shoes, because we are referring to the shoes table I had shown you earlier. So this is the cost table, cost column of the shoes table. Now which is the, can you see the maximum value in this? So this is the maximum value. No condition is specified here. If you have some condition, you can put here also using where, but in this case there is no condition, so it will consider all the costs. So 843, I hope this is clear. 843, we had judged it right. Now highest cost of any shoe of type school. Now we are restricting ourselves. Where clause is used to put restriction on selection of rows on which the query should operate. What does where clause do? It puts the restriction on. Because we have a condition here, type school, we have to put a restriction that highest cost should be only for the type school, not all. So we have to use where clause. Let us see here. Max cost from shoes where type is equal to school. Now consider these. So what is the max cost here? 320. Let us see what will be the output. Yes, it is 320 in this case. Now same it will do for minimum. Syntax remains the same. Lowest cost, when it comes, it will say min cost. So out of this all, minimum is, I guess, 132.50. So instead of max here, what will be here? Min. Output will have min here. As you can see in the output, exact this string is written on the top. So min cost in case of minimum, and in place of this it will be 132.50. I hope it is clear to you all. 132.50 in place of this will appear. So it has given you minimum cost. And in the same way, lowest, not highest, it will be lowest here. Lowest cost of any shoe of type school. So minimum cost from shoes where type is equal to school. Now out of these school, it will find the minimum. Same output will come because school type shoes minimum is 132. I hope min and max function up till here are clear to you when we are referring to a particular column only. Is max function using expression based on a column. So what will happen in this case? A complete expression will be passed as argument to the max function, expression which will be operating on the columns of the table. Now let us see, to find the highest selling price. Now what is there in this query? What is the catch? Selling price. As I had shown you the table shoes, there was no column selling price in that, but as we have done earlier also, like bonus is 10% of the salary, you can easily do calculation on the column in the MySQL queries. So this is not a difficult task. After doing the calculation of calculating selling price, then out of that you have to find the highest value. To find the highest value, you will put the max function. You will put a formula for calculating the selling price, and you will put that formula within the max function. I hope it is clear to you. Highest selling price will be calculated only when you calculate the selling price by putting the formula and then putting that within the max function. So how to calculate the selling price? You have been given the cost and the margin. So what is SP? Cost in rupees plus margin will be the SP. Cost plus margin in rupees. This is the catch, but because here margin is given in percentage, so you have to convert it into rupees first, which will be cost into margin by 100, like 2% of 132.5. What will be this 132.5? This is just an example I am giving to you. 132.5 into 2 is given in percent, 2 by 100. So this will be the margin in rupees, 2% of 132.5. So this value will be added to the cost and you will get the selling price. So what will become the formula? Formula will become, I'm going to show it to you, cost plus cost into margin by 100. So this formula will calculate selling price of all the cost by adding this value, converting into rupees into this value, cost into margin plus divided by 100. Then it will apply the max function on all the selling price which are calculated. Out of all that, it will give you one maximum selling price. Let us see. So none of the aggregate function consider the null values. This is very much clear. So after calculating all this will be the maximum value that you will get, 828.517. Now this is a big number. We want to round off this number to 2 decimal places. So what we'll do, we'll put this inside round function by doing nesting of function. We will put this max function within round function. Let us see with this example. Any type of shoes rounded off to 2 decimal places. So round max cost plus cost into margin by 100 comma 2 decimal places. So whatever maximum cost will come, it will round off that to 2 decimal places. And you have used column alias also. See, here the heading was coming which is exactly here, but in this we are using column alias. So this is it, max.sp. So I have written this wrong. Let us do the calculation from here. This was the maximum selling price which was coming. Let us apply round function on this. So what will happen? 828.517. Now this is 7 which is greater than 5. So output will be 828.52. So round method is clear to you once again. This is just a demonstration of round method. So what it has done, it has rounded off this value to 2 decimal place because we have used round method here. I hope this is clear. First of all, we have found the selling price of all, then we have found the maximum value out of all the selling price, rounded off that maximum value in up to 2 decimal place, and also given a column alias max sp. Here the heading is coming max cost plus cost into margin by 100. I hope it is clear. Now min function using an expression, in the same way it will work as it has now min function. Now this line is quite considerable in case of minimum. None of the aggregate function takes null value. If it will consider null value into consideration, what will happen? So when cost, in this cost into margin, whatever is the cost, it will be multiplied by null, it will give you null, or when null is added to this value, it will give you null. So whenever any operation is performed on null, it will give you null only. So null will come out minimum. That is why these aggregate functions do not consider null values. So these values will not be considered. This will not operate on, this min function will not operate on these 3 values. So whatever minimum other than this it will get, it is giving you that after adding margin in rupees to cost. I hope it is clear. How important is this? That aggregate functions do not consider. Let's see how this average function works. Now what is average function? Average function is used to find the average of the values of the columns. What is average? Sum of values divided by number of values. I hope it is this formula of mathematics you have been doing in junior classes also. Average is sum of values divided by total number of values. So what this average function does, it also does it like this. Whatever column you will pass as parameter or expression involving column you will pass as parameter, it will find the average of the values in that column, but will not consider the null values. If it will consider the null values, the whole expression, the whole average will become null, because any arithmetic operation on null will generate null. So these group function do not consider null values. Average function take one argument, that could be a column or expression involving column, but there is a limitation in average function that it operates on numeric values only, either decimal or integer. Obviously it cannot work on string or date values. Why? Because this is not defined. How can you find the average of names? How can you find average of dates? It was possible in min and max, minimum date, maximum date, or minimum name, which is in terms of dictionary, alphabetical order, whatever is minimum it will give you, but not in case of average. You can't find average of string or date data type. So it only consider numeric values into consideration, average function. So this is the difference with respect to the min and max function, how average is different. Now see this example. Find the average margin. Find the average margin. Now this is margin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will not consider this null. So total number of values which we have to divide, it will not be considered in that also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total 10. So this is 5, 2 are 10, 11, 10 plus 3, 13, 16, 19, 19 plus 7 is 26. So total is 26 divided by 10. We are not considering null values, because when you add null, then it will all will become null. So let us see first the query. So average margin is passed as parameter. So it is not considering the null value. So it is coming out to be 2.6. I hope it is clear up till here. Now average cost, instead of margin, now cost will be passed as parameter, and it is giving you this as output. So it has summed all these values and divided by 10, 11, 12, 13 in this case, because there are no null values in the cost. So this is the result which is coming. Now let us consider the next function, which is sum. Sum is also the same. Average is sum of values divided by number of values. Here only the sum of values will be displayed. No average will be calculated. Sum of value, total of the values of any column or expression. Sum also takes one argument, which can be any column name. So only one argument is passed as parameter. As you know, number of arguments or parameters which can be passed to a function can be 0 to n, but the value returned can be maximum 1, not more than 1. So in this case, this aggregate function is taking only one column as parameter. Like average, the sum also can consider only numeric data types only. So string and date, you can't find sum of strings and dates value. So it will not operate on string and date. So all the columns which are having string, that is varchar or char data type or date data type, it will not be passed as parameter to the sum function. Now let us see the example. Find the total quantity. So in this case, the quantity is to be considered. In this case, quantity column is to be considered. So it will find total of all these value and will not consider this null. Otherwise, a plus B plus C plus D plus null means null. So some quantity from shoes. Null values are not considered, so this is the output. If it will consider null, the output will be null. Now let us see the next query, in which there is an expression, quantity into cost is to be multiplied and then sum is to be calculated, because total value of shoes of type office. Now there is one more restriction which is put on the implementation of query. Query has to be implemented only on type shoes. That means where will also be required in this case. So this total worth, total value, how the total value is to be calculated? Cost into quantity. This cost into quantity, this cost into quantity, then it will be added. That will be the total worth. If you add this, these three values, what will happen? It will be cost of one shoe only, but there are 200 shoes of this office type with this cost. So total worth is 640 into 200 for this office shoes, 712 into 500, 720 into 400. Then these values should be added, and then the total worth of or total value of office shoes will come. So because we have put a restriction of type, where clause is used. So first it will multiply cost into quantity for office shoes only, and then it will calculate sum. So this is the result which is coming after calculation. This into this plus this into this. So this is the result which is coming. Here expression is being used in which two columns are involved. Here only one column is involved. I hope sum function is clear. So that's it for today. We'll be doing the count function in the next session. Thank you.
Students, now see how these functions work in MySQL. I am talking about aggregate function. So I am using a database shoe factory that I have created. So I have a table shoes in this. This is the table shoes with all the attribute that I had shown you in the slides also. So code, name of the shoes, type of shoes, size, cost, margin and quantity. Now let us see maximum cost. I want to find maximum cost in the shoes table. So what I will write, select max cost from shoes. So 950 it has given. So 950 is the maximum cost. Now I want to know maximum cost of only sports shoes or let us see school shoes. So in the same query I will put where clause to restrict my implementation of query on specific rows. Select max cost from shoes where type is equal to office. So this is the maximum cost of any office shoes in the table. This is 825. If you see, these are three office shoes, 640, 715, 825. I hope it is clear to you all. Now let us see the min function. In place of max, I'll be using min cost. So minimum 132 it is showing. If you see the table, 132. Out of the cost column it is showing. So you can change the column also. I want to know the minimum quantity. What I'll do, min quantity from shoes. What is the name of the column? QTY. So we'll be using that name only, otherwise it will give an error. QTY. Minimum quantity is 200. It is showing 100. If I say minimum quantity of size 7 shoes. So these are the 7 size shoes. So I'll put a wear condition on this. Wear size is equal to 7. So it is also 200 coming. What 200 was of size 7 only. So let us change. Let's do it for size 8. Minimum quantity of size 8 shoes is 500. Let us see. Size 8 is this 600, size 8 1100, size 8 500, size 8 600. It has given you the output 500. So minimum quantity is 5. You can also combine both the functions in the same query, like max cost and min quantity you want to know of size 8 shoes, or you don't want to condition. What you will do, you will combine. You can combine the group functions together and select also. So it has given you maximum cost and minimum. So you can also give the column alias. Let us see how. So as maximum, I have written as maximum. Here I'll write maximum cost. Let us see. Here we'll write minimum quantity as minimum quantity. So now if you will see, the headings will change. Maximum cost and minimum quantity. Otherwise the headings are coming like this only. Whenever a question comes to you, that a query is given and you have to write output. So you will take care of this thing, that you have to write the heading like this only. Okay, you don't need to change all this. Only you will get full marks only if you write the output like this only. If there will be any change, obviously the marks will be deducted. Now let us see the average function. Now we'll do average cost. Average, as you know, or we can do is average margin also. Average is sum of values divided by total number of values which are there. So 2.6. So if you see this, it has added all the values and divided by total number of values excluding the null. Null is not considered. If null is considered, it will be null only. The whole expression will become null only. So same way we can do for sum function also. Sum margin, it is giving you 26. 26 divided by 10, 6. So average function has given you the correct answer. Hope up till here it is clear to you how to use all these aggregate functions. Now we'll be doing how to pass an expression containing column names as parameter.